Liar paradox, a statement that claims its own falsehood, such as, this statement is false, leading to a contradiction. Ship of Theseus paradox. As the components of a ship are replaced over time, it raises the question of whether it remains the same ship. Grandfather paradox. If someone were to travel back in time and prevent their own grandfather from meeting their grandmother, it creates a paradox regarding the person's existence. Barber paradox involves a barber who shaves all those who do not shave themselves, leading to a contradiction when considering whether the barber should shave himself. Omnipotence questions whether an all-powerful being can create a task it cannot complete. Bootstrap. Information or objects are passed from the future to the past, leading to a cycle where the original source cannot be determined. Sorites. Also known as the paradox of the heap, it questions at what point a heap of sand becomes a non-heap when removing individual grains. Court paradox. A judge's dilemma where no consistent rule can be applied to resolve a case without leading to contradictions. Arrow paradox. Zeno's paradox, where an arrow in flight is considered to be stationary at each instant, raising questions about motion. Tolerance paradox. When tolerance toward intolerant behavior could lead to the demise of the tolerant society. Friendship. The observation that individuals typically have fewer friends on average than their friends do, due to social network structure. Choice paradox. Too many options can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction, challenging the assumption that more choices always lead to greater satisfaction. Unexpected hanging. A condemned prisoner is told they will be hanged at noon on one weekday, but they cannot know the day beforehand. Thrift paradox. Saving money can lead to economic downturns if everyone saves simultaneously, reducing overall spending. Hedonism. Pursuing happiness directly may lead to less happiness overall, as happiness often arises indirectly from meaningful activities. Alate paradox. An inconsistency in decision-making under uncertainty, highlighting human irrationality. Lottery paradox. Despite the extremely low odds of winning, many people still buy lottery tickets, raising questions about rational behavior. Simpson's paradox. A statistical phenomenon where trends in subgroups of data can be reversed when the groups are combined. Zeno's paradoxes. A set of paradoxes proposed by Zeno of Elea, challenging the concept of motion and change. Fermi paradox. The apparent contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the lack of evidence for or contact with such civilizations. Voting paradox. In voting systems, seemingly fair methods can lead to inconsistent or undesirable outcomes. Two envelopes. A game involving two envelopes containing different amounts of money, where switching envelopes seems to offer an advantage. Raven paradox. The observation of non-black objects being presented as evidence for the hypothesis all ravens are black. Enlightenment. The tension between the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom and the potential disillusionment or loss of innocence that may result. Free will. The conflict between the belief in free will and determinism, where choices seem to be both free and determined. Fiction. The paradox of caring about events and characters in fictional stories despite knowing they are not real. Stone. A thought experiment, questioning whether an omnipotent being can create a stone too heavy for itself to lift. Court jester. The dilemma of a court jester trying to prove their wit to the king without offending them. Navigating a fine line between humor and disrespect. Preacher paradox. The tension between a preacher's role as a moral authority and their own moral failings or contradictions. Pessimist paradox. The paradox of pessimism, where expecting the worst can sometimes lead to better outcomes or preparedness.